The attic was always a place of mystery in our old house. Dusty boxes, forgotten trunks, and the faint scent of cedar filled the cramped space beneath the sloping roof. As a child, I'd sometimes sneak up there, flashlight in hand, searching for lost treasures or clues to the past. But I never imagined that 2 decades later, I'd find something that would change the way I saw my mother and myself forever. It started on a gray Saturday morning, the kind where the rain taps gently on the windows and the world feels wrapped in a soft, sleepy haze. My mother had passed away the month before, and the ache of her absence still lingered in every room. My sister and I had put off sorting through her things, but now, with the house about to be sold, we had no choice. We worked in silence, each lost in our own memories. I found myself drawn to the attic, as if some invisible thread was pulling me up the creaky stairs. The air was thick with dust, and the only light came from a single window, streaked with rain. I opened a battered trunk, expecting to find old clothes or faded photographs. Instead, I found a small wooden box, its surface worn smooth by time. Inside the box was a bundle of letters, tied with a faded blue ribbon. Most were addressed to my mother, written in my father's familiar handwriting. But one envelope stood out. It was sealed, the paper yellowed with age, and on the front, in my mother's careful script, were the words, "For Emily, to be opened when the time is right." My heart pounded. Emily was my name. I stared at the envelope, my hands trembling. Why had my mother hidden this letter? Why had she never given it to me? I called my sister, and together we sat on the attic floor, the letter between us like a fragile secret. "Are you going to open it?" she asked, her voice barely above a whisper. I nodded, carefully breaking the seal. The paper inside was thin and delicate, the ink faded but still legible. I unfolded the letter and began to read. "My dearest Emily, if you are reading this, it means I am no longer with you. There are things I have carried in my heart for many years, things I could never find the words to say out loud. I hope that by writing them here, I can finally give you the answers you deserve. You have always been my light, my hope, and my greatest joy. But there is a part of our story that you do not know, a part that I have kept hidden, not out of shame, but out of love. I hope you can forgive me for waiting so long to share it with you." I paused, my eyes stinging with tears. My sister squeezed my hand, her own eyes wide with shock and curiosity. I continued reading, my mother's words weaving a tapestry of love, regret, and hope. "When you were a little girl, you used to ask me about your father, about how we met, about the life we dreamed of together. I always told you the same story, that we fell in love at college, that we built a life together, that we were happy. And all of that is true. But there is more. Before I met your father, I was engaged to someone else. His name was Michael. We were young, and our love was wild and reckless. We planned to run away together, to start a new life far from the expectations of our families. But on the night we were supposed to leave, Michael never showed up. I waited for hours, my suitcase packed, my heart pounding with hope and fear. When he didn't come, I thought he had changed his mind. I was devastated. A week later, I learned the truth. Michael had been in a car accident on his way to meet me. He survived, but he was badly injured. His family moved him to another state for treatment, and I never saw him again. I wrote him letters, but they were returned unopened. I tried to move on, but a part of me always wondered what might have been. Then I met your father. He was kind, steady, and patient. He helped me heal, and together we built a life filled with love and laughter. But I never told him about Michael. I never told anyone. It was a secret I carried alone, a wound that never fully healed. I am telling you this now because I want you to know that life is full of unexpected turns. Sometimes the things we lose make room for the things we need most. I loved your father with all my heart, and I love you more than words can say. But I also loved Michael, and I have never forgotten him. If you ever find yourself at a crossroads, unsure of which path to take, remember that it is okay to grieve what might have been, but do not let it stop you from embracing what is. Life is too short for regrets. With all my love, Mom. I finished reading, the attic silent except for the sound of rain on the roof. My sister wiped her eyes, and I realized I was crying too. The letter was a window into a part of my mother's life I had never known, a secret she had carried for 20 years. hidden away until the time was right. We sat there for a long time, the letter between us, feeling closer to our mother than we had in weeks. The pain of her loss was still sharp, but now it was mixed with something else, a sense of understanding, of connection, of forgiveness. As we packed up the attic, I tucked the letter into my pocket, knowing I would read it again and again. My mother's secret had changed the way I saw her, and the way I saw myself. It was a reminder that even the people we know best have stories we may never fully understand, and that sometimes the greatest gifts are the ones we find when we least expect them.